Freak, Lustiana, and Valentine. You three will be lip syncing for the win this week. The winner of this week's lip sync is Lustiana.
I'm eliminating giraffes.
I won last week, yay! I won the lip sync against freaking Valentine. That was quite a week. I really expected to see Orchid in the top because her look was really good, but it's nice to be in the top, and it's nice because I bagged my first win of the season.
It's been a while. So, let's start from the very beginning, shall we? Okay, so last week, this is what happened. I was in the top, giving me a win. Lustiana and someone else was also in the top. We all lip sank for the win. Lustiana got it. Should she have? No, she shouldn't have. I should have. I've been killing this competition so far, and I mean, not to bring any other girls down, but I don't see any of them doing it like me.
Last week I was a little bit disappointed, I'm not gonna lie. I had one of the best looks on the runway. I completely did my redemption look as a bad girl, as the Wicked Witch of the West, who is arguably one of the baddest bitches in the world, flawlessly in my own interpretation. And the fact that I wasn't in the top, let alone win, was kind of like a dagger in the heart. You might as well have called me Dracula, because I could have died the moment that I saw the results of that episode.
Guys, I was shit last week, like butthole. I was in the bottom two. I didn't think my look was that bad, but you know, I guess the judges really didn't see any improvement. Where are we? Maybe should I... No. I'm just blank staring. Spring, please don't cut any of this. This is really funny. I know this is such a bad angle. Maybe if I move on.
I am a little sad about the elimination last week. I was not expecting Giraffes to go home. I love her. I think she's amazing and she's sweet, and I love Giraffes. Doris Buckle. Shout out to you. Flo, like, dropped. That was wild. I was a little shocked. I'm glad she's okay, because, like, a car crash is scary, but you know, another part of me, I hate to say it, but when Flo was like, oh, I have to drop, I was like, well, there goes some big competition, because Flo is so incredibly talented.
And now that she's gone, some other people might have better chances at making it towards the top now. And I'm excited to see what the race has in days to come now.
What is up, motherfuckers? I'm back. Are you excited to see me? Why am I whispering? What is up, bitches? I am back in the competition and I'm so excited to be here. So Spring asked me to come back and I had to think about it for a minute. I wasn't just gonna let her think that I was gonna come back or anything. And then you can like insert screenshots here or some shit like that.
Last week was the redo week, or the revamp week, and my green look was really good. I won't lie, I think I looked great. But moving forwards, I just want to look good. That's it. I just want to look good, I want to do good.
Contra has been impressing me a lot. It's nice to see her redemption, like, damn. That's a different person.
You too. Ooh, let me continue talking about last week. So Lustiana, yeah, she got her win. Not deserved it. I think Freak should have won last week, but think Giraffes was correct to go home or get eliminated last week, bitch. Like, she should have been eliminated week 1.
Hi, it's me, Valentine from Boot. Doing my confessionals on the train. It's been a really hard week, this week. There's also like no, I'm like so excited to be competing this week.
Now it is
Last
a little bit of a long journey, but sit back, relax, enjoy the scenery, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
I love everyone in the competition. I feel like I have no beef with anyone. If I do get an opportunity to eliminate someone, I'm gonna eliminate someone.
I did get a heavy feature in last week's episode, so I will say that is correct. People were gagged that I was eliminated, and I would say that was correct. As far as last week's placements, Freak was correct. I definitely think Freak was definitely meant to be top 2. Lustiana and Valentine, maybe not. I thought Contra was cute, and I thought Orchid was cute too, so I thought one of them should have been the top 2. Only because Lustiana, like, there was no Scorpio in the look, and then, like, there was no Pisces in Valentine's look, so, like, they didn't really do their challenge. I don't think they should have been in the top, like, in that lip sync, bitch. You cannot tell me that Freak did not win that, bitch.
One thing that is really, really pissing me off, though, is the fact that people are not submitting without a valid reason. Like, I have literally gone through hell and back this past week, and here I am doing everything before half of the cast has even communicated that they're even going to continue or do anything.
Especially because some of the other girls had no reason at all. And they just ignored and ghosted Spring. I always kept Spring updated. I was asking her for extensions, and I was telling her, hey, my mom is sick, hey, this is happening, hey, this is happening. And where some other girls just ghosted her completely, yet continued to post on Instagram, I feel like I should be at least taken into consideration.
There hasn't really been a lot of drama other than people not submitting, but there is this one contestant who decided that they wanted to, with their friend out of drag, create a toot and boot or like a fashion review, whatever the hell you want to call it. And they decided to dog just about everybody, and it's like, who is your friend to do anything but be an observer when you're not even a part of this community, and you weren't even born when I started doing drag, Ms. Cupid.
Next up, we have Orchid.
The wig looks kind of like, what's the word you use, like matted or something? I don't know, it just doesn't, it's just very, very basic. And she could have done anything else. There's like nothing to it. It's just a robe and a wig.
I'm gonna give it a boot.
I'm gonna give it a boot as well.
I pray that you please mind your own.
I was in the bottom. Do I think I deserve that? No. Cupid should have been there too. No offense, but I thought Cupid looked like shit. I honestly don't really care about her that much. She's just sort of a non-factor. She just doesn't, like, exist in my... I just don't like her. And one of the things that was brought up was her toot and boot that she did, where she pretty much gave everyone a boot, except for, you know, a few people. And I was like, girl, what are you doing? You could never pull off a look that I do. You would never look as good as me. Like, who do you think you are?
So, Cupid Versace had released a toot or boot of the queens and the looks that they did, and some queens were hurt, others not so bothered. I think what it boils down to is your own self-confidence, and if you actually believe what they said or not. People are going to have opinions, and you can either let that bother you, let that ruin your life, let that fester, or You can take it with a grain of salt, put it on some meat, and get you a fucking dinner. Yes, Cupid Versace is young. She's new. She may not be as polished as Twink Trash, but she is at the same level as some of you, and I'm looking at all of you. So if a child's opinion, shakes you so, maybe you should do a little self-reflecting. I think all this drama is pointless, mostly because I got a 2 on her show. Say what you want about Cupid, but at least she has taste.
There are definitely people who did worse than I did, as far as the first week. And as far as last week, that shit was boring as fuck. Like, you guys must be so happy that I am back, that there's some drama, that there's some spice, something extra to see this season, because all of these bitches are boring as fuck. Like, no cap. Like, I was really bored watching the last episode.
The runway this week is Y2K, and honestly, I love my look. It's kind of cute, but we'll see what the judges think, because that's the only opinion that matters in this competition. Just letting everyone know that. The only opinions that matter are the judges' opinions in the competition.
My personal life has just been in turmoil, to put it bluntly. Not even just my personal, just my entire life. So, I won't lie, I've been kind of slacking, and I want to apologize to spring the viewers, to the other competitors, but I'm going to try and put my best foot forward, moving forward, and fingers crossed, hopefully it's good.
I think the people who will do well are, let's say, Minnie Van, let's say Lustiana, let's say Contra. Let's give it to Contra. Contra, I think you do well. The people I don't think will do well, unfortunately, I just don't feel as if Peach or Orchid have what it takes. Take criticism. Be better, do better, look better. That may sound harsh, but I heard from a birdie, a little birdie bird, the group chat, it was from them, that they may have went in hard on Cupid, who is just having fun with this competition. And I just think that if you can't handle a toot and boot, girl, how are you gonna better yourself?
Because I was having a lot of personal problems going on. You know, school coming back, my mother ended up having a kidney infection, and then my dog fractured her leg, and then I got a really bad ear infection, which I needed to get drained. So lots of expensive medicine, lots of time, lots of like depressive episodes. So a lot of time I wasn't like super like motivated to get in drag or anything. I ended up getting my shit together, and I'm very excited for this week. It's very Y2K.
How I'm feeling this week, I'm just feeling like really good. I think everybody's gonna gag at my runway. I got some vintage velour pants, a vintage Betsy Johnson bag. I got just everything is gonna be so cute, so good. Ugh. Oh my god, I'm tired.
Excited. There are definitely some, top contenders, some people who did really well in their season, and then some people who were kind of surprising everyone. Like, I think Contra is surprising people. I think Minnie's starting to surprise people a little bit. And then you have your underdog performers like Ember and Peach and what's her name? Crystal? No, Cupid Versace. I feel like they're the underdog performers and people aren't really giving them credit, but I think they need to step it up if they want to get noticed, especially amongst these people.
Anyways, girly pops, let's bring it into the runway. Was that good enough posing spring? Please give me a challenge win. Give me a challenge win. but not this challenge because I kind of bombed. Oh my god. This is the stuff that gets cut out of the videos.
I can't catch my breath.
As if.
Alright, so before we get into critiques, I have something to say. This week was originally supposed to be an Aisha Erotica versus Slater girl group challenge. However, less than half the cast submitted for it. This is absolutely unacceptable. And I don't want to be a bitch. I don't want to turn any of you off. I don't want to piss any of you off. However, it is disrespectful for you to not say anything to me for weeks and weeks and weeks on end and to be posting in your Instagram stories, commenting, sharing people's shit. It's unacceptable. Asking for an extension, that's fine. I understand car crashes, moms being sick, animals dying. I get it. I understand life happens. If something is going on, you need to communicate that with me. There will be no more, I'm not going to speak to you for 2 weeks and then I'm going to end up submitting. No, none of that shit. If you do not have the time, the resources, the effort, or the want and drive to do this competition, then you need to fucking leave. I only want to deal with people who want to be here. I only want to deal with people who want to compete, people who want to submit their shit on fucking time, submit all of their shit. I'm not just talking about a look or a runway. No, you need confessionals, a lip sync, a look, the challenge, whatever the case may be. Everything needs to be submitted every single time. You have done this before. This is not new. Okay? So I'm not trying to be a bitch, but I need to put my foot down, and if you don't want to be here, get out. And I want everybody to take a really hard look at Minnie Van Driver. She has submitted every single thing on time. She was very communicative with me with the whole process, and she's been very respectful of time and dates. And also, she has been the most professional, and she's the youngest. That should say something. Everyone else, get your shit together. Critiques are going to go differently this week. I'm going to put the guest judges' critiques and then my critiques. We didn't really agree on everything this week, which is fine because I like differing opinions. So let's start with critiques.
Mirage. Now, you were actually my top choice for this evening. Your look was so clearly inspired by Daphne from Scooby-Doo, and Scooby-Doo was super prevalent in Y2K era. I honestly really enjoyed the reference. I feel like it was Daphne, but changed in a way that wasn't so immediately recognizable, which I really, really enjoyed. Minnie Van Driver. Your look was one of my favorites this week, along with Peaches. I'm gonna combine the critiques for Minnie and Peach, because I think both of you guys went down very similar routes. I will say Peach's outfit stood out a little bit more. I felt like it was a little bit more drag and a little bit less off the shelf. My one note for the both of you would be to accessorize a little bit more. Mackenziee, Contra, Lustiana, and Ember. You four are my safe placements this week. I think you all did very well with the challenge itself, with the runway theme at least. And I thought that your guys' outfits turned out pretty good. My low placement goes to Cupid, because I felt like your look was a lot more Y2K than the last two. This is an all-star season, and this did not read as all-star level to me. So that means my bottom two placements would be going to Orchid and Valentine. The two of you were my lowest this week because I just stuck to what the brief was, which is Y2K. Starting with Orchid, I felt like your look with the snakeskin, while it looked really good, it was a nice outfit. It just looked like a club outfit to me. That just looked like something you'd wear out to perform in. Didn't really read like Y2K. When you think of Y2K, you don't really think of snakeskin, at least I don't. And Valentine, come on. If it happens to be a look that wasn't something that you've worn before, it looks a lot like something I've seen from you before. Also, this didn't fit the theme at all. It just did not fit the theme at all. This was the worst submission this week. I understand we all have things going on in our lives, but I would rather have a look that, because I'm pretty sure this was done beforehand, before you were given this challenge and you just decided to throw it in there because you weren't able to do one. I would have rather seen you just at least try.
Alright, I've made some decisions. Ember, Minnie Van Driver, Lustiana, Freak, Controversial, and Valentine. You represent the tops and bottoms of the week, which means that Mackenziee, Cupid Versace, Orchid, and Peach Cobbler, you are all safe. Start off critiques with Ember. So, to be honest, I really was not that big of a fan of your look this week. Compared to everybody else, it was just kind of a little too basic. And even in your, like, cut scene where you were like, ugh, as if, that is a quote from Clueless, which is from the 90s and not 2000s. I just think you missed the mark this week, and I really think that you could do better. I really just think that you're playing it a little too safe. I need you to come in full force, guns a-blazing, if you're here next week. Next up is Contra. So I really like your look this week. I think the outfit is super cute, super 2000s. The only complaint that I really have is the eyebrows. Not that I don't like a unibrow, but when I think of 2000s, I think of like pencil thin or like really skinny eyebrows. Aside from that, you did a really great job this week. Valentine. Okay, so is this a cute look? Yes. Is it very well constructed? Yes. And do you look amazing? Also, yes. Is it 2000s Y2K? No. Not at all. I want you to know that I'm rooting for you and I really want you to be successful, and I think that you could do amazing things in this competition, but after ghosting me for weeks on end and excuse after excuse, this is just not gonna cut it. Lustiana. So I really enjoyed your look this week. It was very Y2K. I love the pattern. I love the colors. It shines, it's sparkly, which is one of the requirements that I asked for. It had the little hearts things it all worked together. It was all very Y2K, very 2000s, gave me very much Paris Hilton vibes. You did a great job this week. Minnie Van Driver, I loved your look this week. It was definitely 2000s. It's exactly what I was picturing whenever I sent the challenge out, exactly what I wanted to see, right down from the crop top, the skirt, the little thong, everything. Everything came together really well. You did an amazing job this week. I'm very proud of you, Miss Van Driver. Last and most certainly least is Freak. So, I don't think this look is 2000s at all. It's not Y2K. It is Daphne. However, if I was gonna do Daphne, I would do the go-go boots, the Sarah Michelle Gellar look from the movie that came out in 2002. But as far as regular Daphne or whatever it is that you're wearing, I do not think this is 2000s. This doesn't really follow the theme of the challenge. I know you were going through it this week, and unfortunately that I have made some decisions. Minnie Van Driver, Lustiana, congratulations, you are the top 2 of the week. Controversial, you are safe. Ember, Valentine, and Freak. This week, you all did not do the best. However, Ember, you are safe, which means that Valentine and Freak, you are in the bottom 2.
I could take it all, love it big or small, make it hit the wall. I'm the throat goat, I just suck my ex, no gag reflex, I just had to flex. I'm the throat goat. What's my name? What's my name? What's my name? I'm the throat goat. What's my name? Say it. What's my name? Say it. What's my name? Say it. I'm the throat goat. These bitches can't suck like me. Walk in, I'm the sucking queen. Look around, all eyes on me. Jack it off, I'ma suck it clean. These lips go la la la. This throat, Lady Gaga. Boys say hallelujah. Give me that yeah 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 yeah. And it's got me very far. Your man just bought me a car. I September behind the bar. I'm a motherfucking star. I could take it all, love it big or small, make it hit the wall. I'm the throat goat, I just suck my ex, no gag reflex, I just had to flex. I'm the throat goat. What's my name? What's my name? What's my name? I'm the throat goat. What's my name? Say it. What's my name? Say it. What's my name? Say it. I'm the throat goat. 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 Go. I could take it all, love it big or small, make it hit the wall. I'm the throat goat. I just suck my ex, no gag reflex, I just had to flex. I'm the throat goat. What's my name? What's my name? What's my name? I'm the throat goat. What's my name? Say it. What's my name? Say it. What's my name? Say it. I'm the throat goat.
The winner of the lip sync is Minnie Van Driver. Congratulations, you're the winner of this week's challenge, and you get to send home somebody from the bottom 2.
Hi, everybody. So, I guess I'm choosing to eliminate somebody, and the person I'm choosing to eliminate, drum roll please, is Valentine.